Hello again, great sage. It's me, your favorite torturer, and today I'm just gonna show you that I can't be killed. Look, I'm even gonna pose as a tree, just for the fun of it. You don't like trees? Well, I also got a ring of fire. Oh, interrupted me, are you? Okay, no problem. Let's try again. And... oh, interrupted me one more time, did you? Okay, I'll stop doing it that way. I was just trying to show it's possible. But you really are not gonna let me, are you? Okay, we'll do this the other way around. No. No. And no. Nope. Nope. Right, time to pay for it. Bow. Oh yes. It hurts, doesn't it? Those dodge to heavy moves. Let's put another ring of fire up so I just can be full HP again. Oh, you did some damage. Think again. Oh, you're gonna let me do it. Thank you. I actually just wanted to do it one time, just so I can show it can be done. I'll do it again. Ah, you naughty boy. Almost had you. No worries. We'll do this the hard way. But now let's start stage 2, shall we? Ring of fire. Get some healing. There you go. I don't even need to use my gourd. Look. You ready? Bam! Oh, I nearly had you. Nearly. Oh, too early. Damn it. You can't kill me, man. No. I heal forever. Look, I haven't even touched my gourd. Is that it? Okay. I'll go with... oops, denied. Oh, good. Ring of fire. Okay. Nope. My turn. Are you ready? Boom. I love that move. Oh, you naughty boy. Ah! How dare you. You're doing damage. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I healed again. Without using my gourd. You're just gonna let me charge, are you? Bow. I'll go back in the ring. I'll just wait here a minute. Whenever you're ready. Aha! You missed. There you go. Ready? Dodge. Dodge. Heavy. Boom. You can't kill me, man. Let me get this needle out, just for the fun. You can't kill me. I became unkillable. No. Nearly got those 4 hits again. There we go. You ready? Boom. Every time. Oh, you. No. I actually feel tempted just to let you damage me, so I can show my folk that this build just heals forever. No. 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 I can dodge forever. Oh, a bit of damage. Okay. Still haven't used the gourd, so I don't think I'm gonna need it anyway. Oh, ring of fire again. Okay, thank you. Bye. GG. I win.
Hello again, my dudes, welcome back to the channel. This is Kadima, and today I bring you a very special build, which is special for the fact that it's dedicated and intended to help those who are struggling to stay alive against the Great Sage. Most times the problem is not so much that you can't kill him, you just don't stay alive long enough to be able to do so. And this build is an attempt to go around that problem and allow you to stay alive so you can defeat him. So, the number one thing to talk about to stay alive is the gourd. You want to make sure you're using the supreme gourd. And you also want to make sure you have the monkey brew inside. The monkey brew will recover you 50% of your max health with one single use. Also, for the soaks, I strongly suggest that you have the bee mountain stone, which will give you free uses of the gourd. So instead of 10, you will end up with 12, 13, 15 if you're lucky. The Celestial Lotus Seeds will give you an extra 5% slow regen of HP, and the Graceful Orchid, which you can get by delivering all the seeds to the Green Dragon at the Zodiac Village, will also give you an extra 10% of slow health regen. So if you make the math, it's 50% plus 10 plus 5, that's a whopping 65% heal from one single use of your gourd, with the chances that that gourd was used for free. Now, this will massively help you to stay alive. Just remember that when you are about to use the gourd, get some distance between you and the boss. Wait for him to stop attacking, roll back if you have to, use the gourd, but also keep in mind that he can freeze you, he can immobilize you if you are about to use your gourd. So make sure that as soon as you use your gourd, you roll to the side and he will not immobilize you. Another thing I want to talk about is the armor that I'm using, which is the Serpent Scale armor set. This has a particularly effect that when in water it significantly increases the damage dealt by light attack combo finishers, which is nice to have, and also massively reduces the stamina cost of everything when in water. This will allow you to roll more, attack more, dodge more, use heavy attacks more as well, and so on and so on and so on. But on top of that, in particularly the chest piece has a unique effect that when health is low, it slowly recovers a small amount of health. And if you are in water, the effect is significantly enhanced. So, because you are fighting the Great Sage in water, this is a nice piece of armor to have, because on top of your massive healing with that gourd drink and soaks, you also have an extra form of healing in case you can't use your gourd straight away and you are low on health. Just roll around and this will get you a nice chunk of HP back, allowing you to stay alive. For the headpiece, I decided to go with the Bull King's mask because it has a unique effect that grants moderate focus upon taking damage, and this will also help us build focus points. The reason why we want to build so many focus points is so we can use 4 focus heavy attacks. Now, we don't just want to use them randomly. When you use the tri-point double-edged spear, the spear you get by defeating Erlen, there's a nice combo that you can do. As soon as you have 4 focus charge build-up, you just want to dodge and use a heavy attack. Now, because I don't have the 4 focus, you can't see the special attack on this, but if I consume an item that gives me 4 focus, and I now roll, you can see how swiftly that heavy attack was, and it does a tremendous amount of damage. So the tactic is pretty much build up your focus, use Ring of Fire, because Ring of Fire will not only give you a lot of health and a lot of stamina, but it will also charge your focus, as you can see on the bottom right corner. It only charges up to 4, but if you then attack enough and if you dodge enough, you will build it up to 4. You can actually charge it up to 4 inside the ring if you manually charge it by holding the heavy attack. I strongly suggest that you do not waste your focus points doing that, because that is a slow attack. And what you want is to build up to 4 so you then can roll and heavy for big chunks of damage with a swift move. Now, last thing I want to talk about besides the 3-point double-edged spear in terms of the equipment is the vessel. I used the Weaver's Needle because I wanted the extra critical hit chance and critical hit damage, but I strongly recommend that you use the Platin Fan. This allows you to stun the boss for like 15 to 20 seconds, where you can do as much damage as you can, and in the meantime, retreat, stay alive, use your Ring of Fire. But if you are comfortable with using the needle, use the needle, because it not only gives you the slight increase of critical hit chance and damage, it is also a source of damage because you can actually activate it to do damage to the boss. For the spirit, I'm using the Wandering Wit. I tried to use the Verdant Glow, but I didn't feel it was doing anything, and it doesn't really attack the boss. It just allows you to turn into a tree and heal, and this heal is enhanced in water, but I didn't feel I needed that much more heal anymore. I was good to go, so I decided to have a bit more defense with the Wandering Wit, and also it is a nice source of damage, because when you attack with this and it crits, it does about 4 to 5,000 damage, which is a nice source of damage. For the curious, I'm using the Water Ward Orb, because this considerably increases defense when in water, which is not the case right where I am at the moment. The Gold Spike Plate, which gives you a nice 32 defense, and the Tiger Tally, simply because it allowed me to boost my own damage the more light attacks I did. However, you can easily choose to use the Amber Prayer Beads instead, so you can build up those focus points even faster, and this might help you land those heavy hits. Let's take a look at the relics. I'm using for the Craving Eyes the Keen Insight, which increases critical hit damage, but again, if you are struggling to build up focus, you might want to consider using Opportune Watcher instead. For the Fuming Ears, I'm using Sound as a Bell because one of my spells I'm using is Rock Solid. I didn't use it that much for the purposes of this build showcase because I wanted to focus more on the Ring of Fire, on dodging, staying alive, getting those focus and landing those swift heavy hits, but it's a nice thing to have. The other thing I'm using for the relics in the Humbree Snows is in one breath, which focus points can be charged up to 4 within the Ring of Fire. Just remember that when you start the second stage of the Great Sage, this will not be there because he takes all the relics from you. The Envious Tongue, I'm using the Tongue of a Connoisseur, and I strongly recommend that you do the same, especially if you're struggling to stay alive, because this states each equipped soak slightly increases the health recovery of the drink. Now, on top of those 65% I was telling you about that you will heal, this will give you an extra almost 10%. I think it's about 8%. So that is a massive, more than 70% heal every time you use your gourd. Now, the Grief Body for the last relic, it's an obvious choice, Everlasting Vitality, so you have maximum HP. Another thing I want to talk about is the Sparks. For the abilities in the Foundation, I have everything into Stamina, Martial Arts, full investment on the left side except for the last one, Survival, everything into HP, Stamina, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, maximum mana, and attack. For the staff stances, everything on the left side of the stances, it's a must-have, and I'm using Thrust Stance, of course, because of the spear that I am using. The Mysticism, only the Ring of Fire, because it's the one we are using, so we want to have a maximum upgrade. No investment in Alteration, no investment in Pluck of Many, because there are only so many sparks you can have at level 103. But if you are above this number, use the sparks in the Pluck of Many, and make sure you save your duplicates for the second stage of the fight. I didn't feel the need to use them, but you might want to use them, so make sure your investment is here. The transformations, I went with Moan Roam because I feel comfortable with getting those perfect dodges and boosting my damage, but if you are struggling, again, use Steadfast instead, which will increase your defense even further. Now, this is pretty much the build in a nutshell. I've given you already an example of how it looks, but I'm gonna leave you with another one at the end of this video. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It does help along the way. For my regular viewers, thank you for the continuous support, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Cheerio!